what's up you guys? This is Lawrence with Sim Coaches, and in this video we're going to do a shop tour and walk around and kind of show you everything that's going on, all the cool stuff. We uploaded one of these, I don't know, it's been a few months now, and it was pretty cool. A couple people have talked to us about it, and so we were like, hey, let's do an updated one. So that's what we're going to do. So right now we're at the back entrance. This is where you know, the two shop doors are at, where we can get all of our supplies. All of the supplies actually do come in through this door we just walked in. And when we get them, they get stacked here. So this is where all the raw aluminum's at. There's that stuff on the back wall, bars, and ground over here. And then right here on the bottom, you know, really large stuff. But we put everything here because this is where basically all the raw material starts. So if it starts off there, then this is where it gets cut, because everything has to get cut down to the sizes that it needs. We don't only make simulator parts inside this building. We make automotive parts, the simulator parts. There's a lot of things that go on in here, so it's constantly always running. This is pretty cool. We were actually just talking about this today, how all the pieces actually stay on this like conveyor belt as they're going around. It's just a little conversation we had. So you can see how everything basically gets cut, rolls around, and then goes into that tray. And that's important because it's all getting itself ready. We're getting it ready to go out there on the machine. So the more automated that things are able to actually be, because like this machine right here, it's not running right now. But if it was, you would actually see it push the material through. The saw would go down, lift back up, more material would get pushed through all by itself. There doesn't have to be actually anybody running it. So the more automated things can be on like simple things like this, then you know the easier it is to stay on top of keeping things going. Over here, this is like just a little bench where we have like welding and little finishing things happen over here. We don't do anything with our pedals over here. This is mainly just for like intake manifolds that you see that are laying right here. These are for the Mark IV Supra, actually. So that's another thing that gets made out of the shop. But it's like finishing details for those get happening. That's my 240. That thing's been sitting there literally for like, I don't know, 5 years maybe, and it hasn't actually changed. It's pretty cool. We'll walk in. But so now this is kind of like the machine row. So this is where all the machines are at and where everything happens. This machine right here is the newest one that we have. It's the Doosan. It does things incredibly quick, actually. It swaps the tools. It does its processes at a speed that's just unreal. Actually, the first time that I did it, I got scared because me and Daryl actually, we heard the damn thing do like a tool change, and we looked at each other. We thought like one of the tools rammed into one another. We thought there was damage that happened. So that thing's cool because it just does things actually faster than these two Hosses. These two Hosses right here, they are new, but they still actually aren't as fast as that Doosan, but they're still updated. They're still very quick. When we first got those, actually, it was like, wow, these things are pretty cool. They can do like processes so fast. Because this guy right here was the OG one. You see that thing even looks OG. So upgrading from this guy to those two over there, it was like a huge upgrade. And now upgrading from these guys to that big old dude over there, it's a pretty big deal. Actually, let me show you this. This is pretty cool. So, this is what makes this machine so cool. So, if you look inside the window right here, you can see that it's loaded with parts. So it has this thing in the middle called a tombstone, and that's where all the material is at, on the tombstone. And so it has one in the machine right now. If we walk over to this side, we don't have it set up yet, but if you look on the ground right here, there's another tombstone. Okay, so you can actually load this other tombstone right here inside this door. So this door opens up, and you can put another one in there, and then those two tombstones can actually simultaneously swap. So while the machine is running inside, you can be taking the parts off that were just machined off of the tombstone that's inside these doors off, load it with new raw material, and then when it's ready, it does its swap, and you just start constantly like unloading and loading new parts. So the machine is actually technically always running, so you can get more material or more pieces made in less time. It's a huge improvement. It's great. So let's walk back down machine row. You can see actually they're running right now. So they're ripping. They're getting some parts done. This might be the best. I think it's got one of those other sheets over here on this side. Maybe not. But it doesn't. It's ripping in there. have this is the lathe, and the lathe right now is running too. So the lathe is making pieces. It's actually making the pieces for the cylinders. So this is actually making some pedal parts right now. This is one half of the cylinders. It still needs part of the operation done, because if you actually see the tops aren't complete. It needs the top stuff, but that's what it's running. So it's getting a bunch of those done so we can have a whole lot of cylinders in stock. Okay, so after all of the parts get cut and then they get on the machines and they get all machined out, they come over to this section. This is where things actually get assembled. Now on this side of the aisle, this is where we kind of do all the automotive pieces, so like the intake manifolds and those kind of things that we make. That happens on this side. Over here down this aisle, this is where we do all of our sim stuff. So any of the simulator things that you guys order, they get assembled and put together over here. You can see some of the pedals that we have in stock on the top row. It's kind of bare because we're really low on inventory right now. But when Daryl makes all of your guys' pedals, it all happens really right here in this section. So he's assembling them, he's testing them, he's boxing them. He does a lot of all that stuff right over here. You see his computer set up so where he can like chat on Discord and do all that stuff. Now, one thing, I don't know if you guys actually know this, but let me show you guys this. All of these like harnesses that we have, all these harnesses, these are all modified by Daryl, actually, by us here in-house. So he makes all of these things by hand. We get the ends in, and then he has to solder them, he wires them, he sheathes them, he shrinks them. Even with like our sensors, so this is our throttle position sensor we have here. So he modifies them so that, you know, they're able to all work with our products. It's really cool, actually. Yeah, so that's kind of what this area is for, soldering, doing any kind of like shrinking or heat shrink stuff. That's what this is. This is pretty cool too. Over on this side of the bench, as you guys know, we bleed all of the products. All the hydraulics that leave the building, we bleed all those hydraulics. So right here, this is actually our little station that they get bled on. So we use a hydraulic handbrake because we're able to just mount all the hydraulics on here and then pull on it and use our hand versus obviously having a foot or a pedal there. That would just be weird. But so we use a handbrake. Cool. So this is where all that happens. So we do bleed everything. We make sure that when you get it, it's ready just to plug in and play. Let's keep on ripping. Oh, this is cool. We got some toys up over here. I'll show this to you guys. This is kind of like our packing area where it's very messy right now, but we have a bunch of different packing things. So like little packing materials. See, there's a lot more foam right here. Some miscellaneous styrofoam for our pedals, and just a bunch of different foams up there. We got a lot of different go-karts up there. They're all in pieces though, because they're wrecked or not running in some form, which that doesn't say a lot, but anyway, that's our little photo booth where we take photos. Don't let them see that.
Just steer clear of that.
Oh, this is cool. So we've been asked all the time about like simulators, and maybe I shouldn't show this to you guys, but we're going to anyway. This is a turnkey build that we're working on, and right now we don't do cockpits or anything. This is just standard length and pieces that you're able to order online. But turnkey stuff is something that we want to get into. So this is a build right now that we're making. CineCube has a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor. It'll have our 3 pedal set on it, our handbrake on it, fully decked out. Really nice, really cool stuff. We have another chassis right here. This will fit one of the Vanatech DG bases here in the middle. So yeah, just building like these full rigs. We could use them in a whole lot of different areas, putting more stuff in the office so people come in and they can test it themselves. A lot of different things like that, there's value in it. So we have full turnkey ones, it's pretty cool. There's some up there, yeah, on the top. We have a couple. Those are different styles. They're still really cool, they're still really nice. And then this is cool spot too. So in here, this is where we need more office space, but a lot of stuff happens in here. Like we have our break room. That's Elijah. Elijah's a designer. He has some really cool stuff like SolidWorks. But we do we have like lunch in here, and then we use this desk space over here for just another PC. We can get a lot of other things done. This is cool. Here, this room's where we do like scanning, and stuff that's really badass. If you've ever watched Formula One's Drive to Survive on Netflix, then a lot of the times you've seen them go like behind the scenes when they're in the shop and they're like working on the Formula One car and they're trying to like develop or do all these things. Well, if you actually look in the back, they use this arm right here for their 3D programming, so that they're able to like, or excuse me, 3D scanning, so that they're able to scan pieces for the car and then input that into the computer. So it was really cool for me when I saw that like Formula One teams were using that, and then you walk in and like that same arm is sitting right here that can do basically scanning to that precise thousandths of an inch. Yeah. And then that's Seth. This is where Seth just gets everything done. It's cool. It's where all the magic happens. So that's kind of the shop space.
And there is the car.
Over here is just where like all the miscellaneous stuff ends up happening. There it is. We're back over here. That is the shop. That is, this is where we make everything. It's pretty cool.
It is definitely a fun time.
We wanted to give you guys kind of an updated video to show you guys where we're at, and a little bit more in depth, because really the other video, I think it was like just literally running through the shop. It was super short and like kind of just really quick. So this is a little more in depth, showing you kind of what's happening. Those tanks just showed up. They're pretty cool. They're going to be holding a lot of the different aluminums and things, and coolants and stuff that we have here. Yeah. We'll continue to do videos like this though. So any videos that we can make on YouTube, let us know down here in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, because that's important, because if nobody subscribes, then why are we gonna do these things, right, Daryl?
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So you gotta hit that subscribe button, yeah, and let us know what you want us to record. We could actually, what was really cool is somebody told me that we should do like Twitch. We should go on Twitch, and when Daryl's like putting a pedal set together, he should be live on Twitch showing you whose pedal set he's making. So like, yeah, if you order a pedal set, we can be on Twitch, and like he's making your pedal set on Twitch. So if you guys like that too, yeah, let us know. Maybe we'll start that. We'll get a camera going. Yeah, like that idea?
Yeah.
Hey, he said yeah. You guys heard it. So. All right, cool.
I'm okay with it.
We're gonna sign out here though. We're gonna let you guys go. So with that, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.